Today, we will talk about I think, one of the most important problem and topic in the Web3 area at all. It's about security and trust, especially with decentralized apps. But before we starting, I will introduce a bit the project that I'm working with my team on. So it's Block Scout. It's an open source explorer. Many of different chains can use it like any times for their own chains. As well, we help them to host their infrastructure, and if they don't want to do any work on Explorer on their own, we can help them with this one. And in addition to open source Explorer, we have different vectors like directions of development. Like we are working on marketplaces. We are trying to simplify the interaction with transactions on blockchain, trying to just entrepreneur them, and many other stuff. So let's back to our topic, and the first question is what is the biggest problem in Web3 right now? And it's to be true, it's not so simple question, but I think it's obvious. It's because many of users can be hacked and scammed every day by anyone, by projects, by NFT collections, by anyone. So this is one of the biggest problem that we have right now. And we can see many different examples how it happened, 1, 2, 3, 4, many of them, and people lose their money because of hacks, especially because of hacks on and exploits on smart contracts. And if we can check the tendency, then we can see that this tendency of hacks is pretty the same. But of course, there is a decreasing of the number of losses that that were stolen. It's something good, but as I said, the tendency is pretty the same. And if you go deeper inside all these hacks and what happened, we can see that most of assets were stolen from DeFi platforms, so 63%. And many of hacks also happened on DeFi platforms, so it's 50%. And all this data from crime report by Chainlink. If we go one more time deeper, we can see that most of hacks and primary target of attackers are smart contracts. Almost 30% of all attacks happened with smart contracts. There are different categories of attacks, vulnerabilities directly on smart contracts of a specific protocol, or if attackers trying to find the vulnerability of another protocol to hack another protocol. So yeah. If we can see, we can see here that around $2 million were stolen on chain because of different vectors of attack on smart contracts, and this is a big problem. Yeah, for now, I just want quickly go to wormhole hack just to understand more deeply what happened with this kind of attacks and hacks. So yeah, wormhole is a breach protocol that helps to breach their assets, users' assets. And there was a hack, that where users lose their a lot of money, to be true. And what happened is that the one of the key thing in wormhole protocol was a breach smart contract, and this smart contract has their own guardian. A guardian cryptographic that checking cryptographic signatures, and the main attack was exactly on this smart contract. What they did, they created a fake cryptographic cryptographic signature and used it for these guardians. And these guardians check false check security, bypassing check security of this signature. And because of this, they could mint WETH and then breach it to mainnet and then withdraw their ETH tokens. this happened like in a couple of, I don't remember, like this year or maybe 1 year ago, and because of this, users lost like around $200 million. It's pretty big, big amount, especially for users who are just like irregular users. And like as I said, the main focus, like one of the main focus for BlockScout was to create a trusted and secure space for regular users who are just like, they can just open like one place, get like information about dApps and other stuff. So it's and they will trust the space. That's why we're starting to work. That's why we started to work on dApp Scout. So it's the place where we try to aggregate as more as possible different information on-chain and off-chain, and give a user a really simple like report or a score about the security of a specific protocol. So the idea is like pretty simple: aggregate information and show something simple to a user. And when a user tries to find an app for a specific use case, for example, for a swap, to make a swap of token on one chain, they can go to our marketplace. They can click on a swap category and get the list of all apps and sort them by security score. This security score is, we are getting it by checking all contracts, all smart contracts of a specific protocol and checking them through a solidity scan. So solidity scan has different validators divided by different categories. So they are just checking different aspects of every smart contracts and just show a security level of the specific smart contracts. And we are just like aggregating this information and showing it as a simple report here. In addition to all this information, we also showing like the list of total number of smart contracts as well as number of verified contracts. Yeah, so it's pretty useful information, and it's something that can help users to understand what they can use. And in addition to all of this, users also can interact with this specific, dApp directly on our platform. And in addition to all of this, they also can forget about reconnecting wallet every time, because they need to connect it just once to BlockScout, and then it will be automatically connect every time to all apps. Also, users can get quick access to all information about the protocol, like social links, description, security information, smart contracts, and also a bit later there will be information about like a social input from other users about this specific app. And as I said previously, one of our hypotheses that if we are collecting as more as possible different information about the app, on-chain, off-chain data, then we can create a more trusted and secure space for the app. So it's some kind of profile of the app. Yeah, and as I also mentioned a couple of minutes ago, that we're also working on a social input for our marketplace. So the idea is here that we want to aggregate information like feedbacks, ratings, reviews from users, but not from all users. We want to add only users, only reviews and ratings from users who interacted with at least one smart contract of a specific app. So this can help to filter some bots or just fake reviews. And also, in addition to this one, we are working closely with OpenRank just to try to use their graphs and get information about reputable users to show them at the top of these ratings and reviews, so users can like see like a familiar faces from Warpcast, for example, from Lens, and like get information and reviews from them. Exactly. And also, like in addition to ratings and reviews, we also want to show some basic analytics for specific apps, because it's also one of the important piece of information that shows the user the popularity of the protocol, and he also can understand like, should I use it or not? So that is what we are doing right now. We are as I said, we are collecting all possible information to give a user like a app store in Web3. So they can just go in it, discover different apps for their use cases, and just get as more information as possible and solve and decide for themselves like if they want to use this specific app or not. Yeah, so thank you very much. Yeah, if you want if you have any ideas regarding how we can improve our services, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me here, and also subscribe, follow us on Twitter, yeah, and get information on our website.
Super. Thank you, Mike. Now, if any of you have any questions, we have 5 minutes for some Q&A. Front. Oh, just 1 minute that we get the mic.
Hi, and I'm a sponsor of Block7 on GitHub, by the way. I've been a big fan of the product. What's the demand you're seeing for the dApp marketplace so far? Are you observing the dApps buying into the narrative of decentralized front ends?
Yeah, it was one of the hypotheses that we are trying to focus a couple of months ago to offer them decentralized front-end hosting. But we faced many different issues with settings because like every project has their own settings, environment variables, and other stuff. So we are just launched a couple of such cases with several apps. The most demand for now that like we got from service with our users is that the top 3 important stuff when they're interacting with the apps is like security. So to get information, what like is it secured app or not? Like it's just some abstract, but we are experimenting with this information. And also the second thing is to get as more information like from real users. It's like reviews, ratings, and maybe not ratings, but mostly reviews, just to understand like what users think about other dApps that they interacted with. So that's why we are creating a marketplace, like for this case, for example. And also, it's also useful place for small chains, especially like when we help, when Block Scout helps to deploy small chains. This marketplace is the place where users of these chains can go and find like what apps are available here on these chains. So it's some kind of DeFi Llama for or dApp Radar for small chains, something useful in this case as well.
Thank you. Any other questions? Oh, sorry, Vanishka. A minute. Thank you.
How are the applications included in your dApp Scout?
Yeah, we have, I think, 3 or 2 main like inputs how we can include these dApps to our marketplace. The first one, we're just discovering and trying to find something interesting, some new apps that we can include manually. Also, any of projects can go to our marketplace and just like submit information about their app, and we review it and include to our marketplace as well. And sometimes our partners or chains, they're also contacting us, so we can add this information to our marketplace. Yeah, and also like we have is the first place how users can add their projects. We have a submit idea button, so everyone can also like offer their ideas regarding what they want to see in our marketplace. Yeah, so these things.
Super. Any other questions? We still have some time. Okay. Here in the front.
Curious about the process of leaving reviews. You could theoretically still spin up bots that do at least 1 interactions on each smart contracts, and then they just leave reviews. How are you planning to solve that?
Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, so I think like in the first version, we are just launching this reviews. As I said, like just if a user interacted with like an address interacted with this specific like one of the contracts, then he can leave reviews. But then we'll just need to check the tendency if there will be like such cases that you described. And then I don't know, like we can introduce some kind of timeout for such reviews. So only like users, one address per day can leave their like reviews. But I understand, yeah, that could be like many of different addresses. Yeah, it's a good question. I will write it down. Yeah, yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, interesting. Because like the only thing that we saw the user flow that they need to connect a wallet, and when they publish their reviews, they need to sign the message. So yeah, this kind of thing and the criteria that they need to interact with a smart contract. But yeah, also like we can use some that you offered like GitHub Passport, but it shouldn't be something crazy like just to read their reviews. So it should be something simple, but at the same time it should be useful. So just to filter out some bots and spams. Yeah, agree.
Well, thank you guys. We're gonna take a little break and we're gonna start over at 5. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Thank you.
Thank you.